Alright, good morning everybody out there in Internet land. It's Organ Sheik coming at you, and it is time for lesson number 2, or part 2 in my sword making tutorial. Once again, I want to state that there are a million ways to make practice weapons. There are a million different types of practice weapons. I am not saying that my way is the be-all, end-all of doing them. This is just how I make them. When it comes to cores, I do want to say, do not, I repeat, do not use a metal core. One, they're heavy. Two, they can be very, very dangerous. Padding comes undone. Hello, you just clocked somebody in the head with a metal pipe. Not a good way to make friends. That being said, I'm going to stick with the two types I do like a lot. One is PVC, the other is fiberglass, otherwise known as kite spar. We're going to start with the basics here. PVC pipe. PVC is wonderful. Most common sizes for making weapons out of PVC is the 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. Now, there are some people who do like to get the 1 inch diameter, and they like to make long weapons with them. For the record, you can buy these things 10-foot lengths. That's a long weapon. Problem being, once you get that long, they get real whippy, which means they flex back and forth, and that's generally bad when it comes to practice and fighting. It means that it's going to make your aim off anywhere from a 1/2 inch to 2 to 3 inches. Now, that may not be viewed as bad, but when you are a perfectionist or a skilled combatant, that can be irritating as sin. Still, if you stay within the 4-foot range, these things are phenomenal to use. They are fairly light, they are easy to manipulate, and when I say manipulate, I mean you can change the shape of them. You can heat them up, you can then proceed to bend them into different shapes for the dramatic curved swords like scimitars or katanas, nodachis, katars, etc., etc., etc. A brief warning though, when you heat these bad boys up, they let off poisonous fumes. Not good. So if you must heat them up to bend them to get a particular shape, please do it in a well-ventilated area. You're not going to smell it, you're not going to sense it, you're not going to taste it. The only warning sign you're going to get is slightly lightheaded and you're going to throw up. It only gets worse from then on out if you do not evacuate the area quickly. So please, guys, ventilate while working with it. Still, great stuff to work with. I myself prefer to use the fiberglass kite spar. That's this stuff. This is a 1/2 inch. Actually, just under 1/2 inch. I like it because it really does not flex that much in shorter lengths. It is also smaller, but just as strong as PVC. So, what's bad about this? It's expensive. You can get them up to 8 feet in length. They come in a variety of sizes, just like PVC for a diameter, but they are bloody expensive. And also, it's very hard to go to a store and find them. You do need to special order them from a kite making shop, or they're actually used as masts in sailboats. Interesting. They're expensive to just buy them, whereas the PVC is, say, 14 to 20 cents a foot. Fiberglass is anywhere from 50 cents up a foot, depending on the diameter, of course. The other pain in the butt is shipping on these. Once you get over 6 feet, you have to pay extra shipping charges, which means, let's say you buy just one and you want it 8 feet long, Yeah, you're going to be paying about 4 times as much in shipping than the actual cost of the material inside. Annoying as sin. But, that being said, with fiberglass you can do amazing things. Once again, once you get to a certain length, it gets whippy, it flexes. Not good. So what I like to do is take 2 pieces, these are smaller, and glue them together. Now, what does that have to do with anything? It creates a push-pull system. Because they are fused together, I'll get to that in a bit, they work against each other. This makes them incredibly strong. You have 0 whip or flex. Believe me, I have made 8-foot-long weapons that do not flex at all, and it bugs the hell out of people. How do I do it? This wonderful little bit here is super glue. This is the stuff you find in the glue section at Walmart. Please note the packaging. I have tried everything out there. This works the best. Now the funny thing is, this whole thing right here, $1. That's it, $1. This stuff is potent, ladies and gentlemen. You open it, do not take a whiff of it. If you are a glue sniffer, bad thing to use. It is strong, it is powerful. If you get that stuff on your hands, guess what? You put your fingers together, you're now a walking penguin and destroy. But whatever is in it reacts with fiberglass. It actually melts the fiberglass just a little bit in there, and it fuses them together. So when the active ingredient in that glue does what it's supposed to, the fiberglass solidifies again. In turn, 2 become 1. Makes it incredibly strong. Now, I myself prefer to go with fiberglass. The smaller cores allow for more creative, more detailed, more realistic looking weapons. How do I mean? This right here is 2 pieces of kite spar, a little bit thicker than what I just showed you. They have been glued together, and then I put tape over the entire surface area of it. I did that because I want to reinforce that strength. But because it is so small, I'm able to make a very beautiful handle. This is literally just rope wrapped around the core. And then I put on a really fancy oriental styled leather grip. Kinda hard to do that with a round piece of PVC pipe. Now, there are some people that go, but you can flatten PVC pipe. Yes, you can. It does make it weaker though, so just take note of that. That is the Reader's Digest version on cores, what I think of them and how I use them. Feel free to rate, put a comment down below. I'm curious to find out what you guys think and if I should continue. Next time, I'm either going to be going into the foam or the actual covering that goes on top. I know I've been rambling on for 2 whole videos now and I haven't made jack of squat. Well, you gotta know your materials first. I hope you stick with me, and hope to see you next time, kids. Adios.